All right, rolling. So, next episode of Song Breakdown. This is, let's see, episode 5, if I'm counting correctly.
Unless we mix them up, who knows?
Yeah, you know what? It's confusing or whatever, but like we'll go by song title. So, in this song, it's "Who's Your Mistress This Time?" Very raucous, fun little tune and everything like that. And yeah, take us through the entire thought process behind that.
Well, that goes back to the first husband. Don't go counting the husbands or the dead ones. It's a long, sordid list. Or my dating history. But again, we wouldn't have all these fun songs if it weren't the shit that I went through.
Well, it makes for some very interesting storytelling. See, that's the other thing too. Like, I mean, you can't have one without the other. Sometimes you need a little bit of tragedy in your life to bring out something good out of it.
Exactly. So again, try to bring the fun side to an problem that all us women, I think, pretty much universally face. So this is a lesson for the boys to know what to fix, and the girls, they'll just understand. So yes, this one was all about being married, and your husband just always seemed to have this or that or the other thing. He's always calling up, you've got dinner ready on the table, planning an evening, and then you're like, he's supposed to be home. Why isn't he here yet? And then you finally get the phone call, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that, yeah, I'm not gonna make it, yeah, I'm gonna be held up at work, you know, things happen. And yeah, so on the story goes. Or the next thing, oh, well, you know, we've got the game on and stuff, and I'm off with the boys, and so you had a nice romantic weekend planned, and it was like, there went that one. And then you think you're going to have some time, and then his mom needs something, or somebody needs something, and he's off yet again, and you're just going like, well, okay, when's it my turn? So it's not, when you're saying who's your mistress this time, it's not really talking about mistress in the traditional sense. It's talking about work, play, and family, that everything else in life that's being the mistress that's taking him away from spending some quality time with what was supposed to be his number one priority, but never made it. So that is kind of the thought process behind it. And then when we were making the music, we decided to try something a little bit different, because people are doing into this kind of, I'm not a huge rap fan, I mean, I can appreciate the art, but in this case we decided to do a little bit of what they term melodic rap. So it's kind of rap, but not really rap. And then we did different things with we half-timed and then double-timed the drums and some different things throughout the song. In general, the takeaway from it is, like, for the guys to remember, spend some time with your wives. Don't let everything else, you know, you promised to cherish her and basically put her number one, you know, and
I guess it just doesn't necessarily apply to wives. Like, I mean, it could be girlfriends or
anybody,
or significant others.
Yeah, it's just in life in general. Yeah, it really is just any relationship and the things that you've got to make your partner feel like they're number one, at least make them priority at least some of the time. Because if you don't, the epic takeaway from this is they suddenly aren't your partner anymore. Because you're just going like, oh, let's see, I'm paying all the bills, I'm looking after the kids, I'm doing all the cleaning, doing all the stuff. What's in it for me? Oh, nothing. So
well, that would be the terrible end result. Yes.
Yeah, so then I'm happily married off to me. Which leads us into another song. We sense a pattern.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a pattern in there for sure. You and Taylor Swift.
Yeah, exactly. Pissed me off 10 minutes later, I got a song about you. And literally, Yeah, well, a boyfriend did that. He pissed me off, and 10 minutes later, there was a song written out for him on the table.
So what I'm understanding is that anger seems to be a great motivator.
Yeah, and then I make it funny.
Okay. As long as it's interesting and entertaining, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, last but not least.
Yes, please like and subscribe. We need your bodies on our body count. Doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't ruin your, I don't know what you'd call it, but, there's nothing to lose, and it helps us. So, hit the damn button.
Comment too.
Yeah, comment, but only nice ones, because again, the sensitive souls, and because we're putting our hearts and souls out there on the line, spending all this money to give you hopefully some entertainment and make it funny. And yeah, so that's all we ask from you. Hit like and subscribe, put some comments, and help an independent artist grow.
And a small YouTube channel too.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll be a larger one soon. But that's all up to you guys. I can't do it without you. So add joy to your life, because a life without joy is not worth living.
Don't be a boob.
Don't be a boob. Hit like and subscribe. I'm easy, but not that easy.
Just a memory. Who's your mistress this time? Is it work, play, or family? Who's your mistress this time? All I want is some time for me. Won't you have some time for me? Came home from work early Friday night, cooked up dinner with some candlelight. Looking forward to time with my first mate, when he called up saying, "Hon, I'm working late." Wouldn't care or bother, had this been the first time. But lately I'm wondering, am I on your mind? Who's your mistress this time? Am I just a memory? Who's your mistress this time? Is it work, play, or family? Who's your mistress this time? All I want is some time for me. Won't you have some time for me? I was down for a little R&R when you called up saying,
I'm in a friend's car, game's on tonight, the joker's running wild. But wait up for me, I'm gonna be a while.
a guy's night out is fun every now and then, but not when it's ruining my every weekend. Who's your mistress this time? Am I just a memory? Who's your mistress this time? Is it work, play, or family? Who's your mistress this time? All I want is some time for me. Won't you have some time for me? Had the weekend planned, kids away. Your mom calls, says she needs you now today. Is building shelves such an urgent thing? Couldn't you use that guy she had last spring? In this race I'm having for your time, I'm wondering why I'm always last in line.